If there is any vacancy in your hospital, please send me an application form and let me know about the other required documents. I would appreciate very much. Thank you for your kind consideration. Signed, yours sincerely, Pooksadi Paxapoka. So now almost a year later, it took all that time to get all the required documents and the paperwork and immigration stuff done. So a year later, well, I should tell you, we did reply to this letter. The hospital replied to this letter and said, yes, we do have a vacancy, and the annual salary is $8,000 a year. So after a year, everything was done, and she was cleared to come to the United States. But by that time, the salary went way up to $9,800. And the rest, as they say, is history. So I have read through the last 36 years of her evaluations, the ones that are in her file, and it would come to no surprise to anyone here that they all have one thing in common, and that they were all very outstanding. There was one year that one was not as good as the other, because that was written by a head nurse who everybody tells me was kind of nasty and mean. So we'll discount that. But here are some of the comments from the other ones. Always willing to do more than her share of work on the unit. Excellent attendance. Never late. Only used 2 sick days this year, and that was because of her early pregnancy. Routinely exhibits a positive attitude. Has established good relationships with staff of other departments as well as other nursing staff. Is an asset to the night staff. Is very efficient and a conscientious bedside nurse to this day. Enjoys her position, which is reflected in her positive attitude. Performs in an above-average manner. Exceptional performance. Great team player. I could go on and on over the 36 years, but you get Mrs. Sopab is an excellent nurse and a beautiful person. I believe that you will agree with me that in both her professional and personal life, she exemplifies the example of this Buddhist prayer written by the 14th Dalai Lama. May I become at all times, both now and forever, a protector for those without protection, a guide for those who have lost their way, a ship for those with oceans to cross, a bridge for those with rivers to cross, a sanctuary for those in danger, a lamp for those without light, a place of refuge for those who lack shelter, and a servant to all in need. And that describes our patients, I think, to a T. And it also describes Mrs. Sopab's performance every day in the way she takes care of her patients. You know, your retirement is a terrible loss for St. Vincent Midtown Hospital, and its patients and its staff, and for your co-workers. We will all miss you and wish you would stay with us. And I have to tell you, it's not too late to rip up the paperwork. But I guess that's wishful thinking, and we realize that you have to